Hey everyone, I'm Gene with CounterAttackGames.com, and I'm bringing you the latest quick attack for Guns of Icarus Online. And when we get to the menu here, I'm going to talk a little bit about the game before we start. So if you don't know, Guns of Icarus Online is a team-based tactical multiplayer online game where you fly airships and you combat them against opponents. This all takes place in a post-apocalyptic steampunk setting, or world rather, where teams compete to dominate the skies. There are 6 airships that captains can choose from, and captains, you'll find out later what their significance is. And they each have their advantages and disadvantages. Players choose between 3 roles, and that would be gunner, engineer, or pilot. And typically the captain is the pilot. I've actually yet to see a situation where a captain is the engineer or gunner, but it can happen. It's available as an option. Anyways, the captain will customize the ship with guns and special techniques that he equips himself with. Actually, not necessarily the ship, but it does affect the ship greatly, and it directly affects the ship in his piloting. And the gunners and engineers focus on taking down the enemy ships while keeping their own fleet floating in the skies. So let's see. Let's go into... I'm kind of weary about quick joining, but you know what? Let's quick join. First off, I want to note that I am an engineer. I play that most comfortably. And, I could play gunner or even pilots, but I have less experience with those. In fact, if you go into my progress and look at my stats, you could see that I've spent 16 minutes as... No, that's not correct. Hours, minutes. There's no way I spent 17 minutes as an engineer. I play this game a lot more than that. But, I might just be reading this whole thing wrong. Those numbers might signify something else. But, as you can see, I haven't spent any time as a pilot. It would be that little center sliver of, I guess, gray. Engineer, I've spent more time as, and a gunner, I've spent a significant amount of time. Half the time, it looks like, about half the time. So anyways, let's go into a random match. Let's just start it up. I just want to show... and it looks like I'm going to...
Yeah, can switch, please?
Alexander, Lockhart.
Now, there is voice chat in this game, which is really convenient.
Us 4 are together. I was trying to take the captain slot. Costro is with us. If you could.
Sorry, I never called that. What?
Can
Stay
you?
there, Alexander. Fight the man.
We're just gonna tolerate this for a little while.
Us 4 are together.
I'm not sure if they
team and Costro, and we were.
I was trying to get Wildcat's spot, so we need to swap.
Alexander, come back to our team.
Let's do a little switch around real quick.
As you can see, we're gonna be part of a junker crew, which I don't play very well with junkers. Oh, we're going against 2 Pyramidians.
Whenever you're ready.
This is not gonna be fun.
I never caught what you said again, Wild.
Okay. Us 4, the 3 that are below you, and Costro are on this team. We were trying to swap captains, and you took the captain slot.
Right. Sorry.
You know what? I'm leaving this match only because the 2 Pyramidians, the way they work, generally they work together really, really well, and they can take down the opposing team, especially if the opposing team is what we are, a junker and a goldfish. So that's not going to help us at all. Pyramidians are very maneuverable. They can get behind you really, really well, and we wouldn't stand a chance. I don't think that's going to end very well. Generally, you don't want to do that. This doesn't look so great either. I want something that's going to start up soon. Much time in here. I might actually cut this part out until we find a match that we're satisfied with. You know what? Let's just search some matches. This is ridiculous. Match listing. Okay. Let's see. Castro's game, which is the one game we were just in, has 16 players now. Let's try the. Let's try this one. We can already up now. Okay, we're gonna play a Junker still. It seems a little more balanced here. Not that Pure Meridians have a huge advantage, but with the way low-level characters play, and low-level doesn't necessarily give you any benefits. It actually just kind of shows you how experienced these people are as these jobs. And it might be in our best interest right now to just kind of show you how the game works. Just by accepting this setup right here, because a galleon, a goldfish, and a spire and a junker. We may lose this. We may lose this one. It really depends how good our captains are and how good the rest of the team is, how we work together. This for my I'm in the Celia, the junker. This is how it should be set up for the most part. We got 2 engineers and a gunner, and that's like ideal for me at least.
Going to Hotep and Redfoot Zeph, are you guys ready? Can you hit ready in the lower right corner? We're good to go here.
We're just trying to get something set up on us, ready?
Okay.
Now it looks like my partner here, our other team crew, the other crew that's part of our team in the Spire, they have 3 engineers. Now I'm not sure if that works better with the Spire or how that's going to work out for them. Typically the engineers you need them, obviously. To have 3 gunners would be asinine, but and mind you, I'm not going to explain too much about engineers, pilots, and gunners, because it kind of it's pretty self-explanatory. All right, we're getting into it. Junkers, I'm not a big fan of junkers, but let's see if how this works. I have my buff tool here.
All right.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is buff the hull to raise defense, which is what my partner here is doing, and maybe the main gun and the engine while we got the chance. The graphics typically in this game are actually a lot better than this, but I did lower the graphics significantly so I could record this video, because I am playing on a laptop. Oh, this is already buffed. Oh, you know, I'm gonna buff it again. How about that? There, double buffed. It doesn't really do it twice, but these guns are important as well. But I'm gonna go to the engine. The more you buff things, the better stats they provide. So, for instance, the hull. Now that I buffed it, oh, you can tell these are buffed because they're kind of glowing. So the engines are going to go faster, and our main engine should be down here, if I'm not mistaken.
We set the ships. We're gonna fly over to the right side of the map and try to take them from there.
The my teammate who's buffing everything did a really good job. So this might actually, just to kind of show you every aspect of the game. Now you see we're taking cover in the clouds over here because literally the enemy can't spot us, they can't target us. They'd have to, we're at a disadvantage too. We're trying to get from point A to point B, and it looks like my pilot is going to crash. Oh, he just made it. I thought he was going to crash to that rock right there. It's really hard to see in the clouds, but we're going to want to stay low for the most part. And that is
I don't see anyone.
An enemy ship to our right.
Behind us.
Yeah, we got 2 enemy ships behind us.
Okay, we'll try to give you a good shot in the Merc.
And I'm going to, I'm not going to be able to reach them with this Gatling gun, so I'm going to reload it.
This map is mostly a close quarters map.
Yes. Which we don't have a very, very good close quarters setup, by the way. That my crew member just told me it's a close quarters map, but again. Now you can see the little target indicator showing that yes, I am actually hitting the shots. When it doesn't do that, obviously I'm not hitting the shots, so I've got to adjust something. And I'm going to want to hit the hull with the Gatling gun here. And I keep reloading the gun because I want to be prepared for when... looks like as an engineer I'm going to have to do my best to maintain... Ooh, wow. They are messing us up.
Pretty hit.
Got some really good hits on us, so I'm going to repair, or rebuild rather, the engine here. And then repair it. And the same for this one. Oh, I buffed it by accident, but you know what? That's fine too. Could use a buff. Ain't nothing wrong with buffing. Okay, and we are going down, so... yeah, you see how, like, when our balloon pops, this is our balloon right here, when we work on this. When our balloon pops, wow, they're messing us up. We start falling, and when we fall, if we hit the ground, our hull gets damaged. Now, I only have to hit this once, but I have a tendency to hit this more than once, like this. But the truth is, you only need to hit it once for it to buff. It's not the same as rebuilding. When you rebuild, you want to get your spanner out and start whacking on it until it's rebuilt. But you could also repair with the spanner, but typically you want to use it strictly for rebuilding because it has a more rebuild power than repair power. So when we're repairing, I want to get my my mallet out and start whacking it with the mallet. And then it's pretty much a one hit. Like, I'll show you in a second. Let's show you in a second. Let's say I want to rebuild it with the mallet. See how much slower it goes with the mallet? It's not very fun. So, it goes a lot faster with the spanner. And then, if I were to repair with the mallet, you see how it just kind of... It takes 2 hits instead of 1. So, and this is because... as any other class, you could have one attribute or one tool from another class, and it helps because when your engineer is busy doing something and you're a gunner, and let's say you need to rebuild something, you have the spanner, you could actually use that to rebuild your components of the ship. But now repairing it is going to take a lot longer, so typically you're doing that to save time for your engineer, so after you're done doing that and after he's done doing whatever he was doing, he could run over there. Oh crap. See, they should be announcing left side or right side depending on what's going on here. I'm going for his balloon at the moment, just to show you. See how, if you can see in the clouds over there, the balloon has gone down significantly. Oh crap. So the balloon is damaged. Oh man, I have to rebuild this. I have this set up on my mouse. Hold on, let me just make sure. Okay, good. Yeah, I do. Okay, we're out of an engine, and I need to go up here and rebuild the. I'll first repair that one and rebuild this one. My teammate's already on it, so what I'm gonna want to do, and it looks like we might be going down pretty soon. Okay, the balloon is the hardest to fix. The balloon and the hull, because they're the two most. Well, everything's important, but they're like the two most important components of the ship. So what I'm gonna do is buff my. Now I don't have an extinguisher, so that's gonna be a problem. And it looks like my teammate doesn't have one either. So we're at a disadvantage when it comes to fires on the ship. Let's see if he has an extinguisher or not. They're really coming at us hard. Oh. Now, when you build something, I'm doing a pretty poor job because I'm trying to explain the game. But when you build something or rebuild it or you repair something, when see how that buff goes around, you might want to, while that buff is oh wow, is that my balloon? Oh no, he's descending. Now it looks like the enemy team already has 2 wins on us, or 2 kills. So this is not going to be fun for us. They're honestly just a better team. I'm not familiar with these guys that I'm playing with right now. Obviously, it's a random game. Oh wow, they're really coming at us hard. My pilot's not doing so good either. He's not the best guy there. I'm not trying to like call anyone out, but he might be better at something else. But our balloon is going down. I have to race to our balloon. So it is, there's a lot going on. It's a hectic game. See, he's helping me out now, and that's really important to keep our balloon up. Wow, and these guys are really just messing us up though at the moment. Gotta wait for the debuff here. This game does take a lot of strategy and know-how to kind of work around the game and know what you're doing. You know, again, and it does take a familiarity with the with your crew. If you're not familiar with your crew, you're gonna have a problem because it's hard to communicate with people who you don't know. They also won't understand where you're coming from. We all have our different lingo. Like some of us say port or starboard. Some of us say left or right. I prefer left or right. Some of us use degrees of on a clock, like 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
The marks. Get the other guns. Also, the balloon's on fire.
Oh, great. Our balloon's off. But yeah, this game it is really fun. I recommend it. I highly recommend it, actually. But it does take a little bit of playthroughs to kind of like enjoy it. Like your first time playing it, it's gonna be kind of weird. You're gonna feel like you come in with your pants down. It's gonna be like so much anxiety, especially if you decide to go with being the captain. I don't recommend doing that at first. I recommend someone experienced as playing captain or pilot. Even engineer, I'd recommend the first time around, maybe reading up on how gunners work and try out the gunner first. And then, if you like the gunner, stay with the gunner. Then try out the, damn, they're really messing us up. Then try out the engineer. I prefer the engineer. Oops, wrong one. Again, I could actually be playing better if I was playing a little more aggressively. I'd be running back and forth from the ship. I don't like the ship particularly. I'm not really super familiar with it. I have played on it several times. I just don't like playing on it.
Starboard.
See, like he's saying starboard.
Yeah, starboard.
To me that means nothing because I'm not an actual sailor.
Yeah, that's striking the ship alive.
It's kind of annoying if he doesn't say left, right, front, or back. But yeah, some people want to be immersed into the game. I mean, some people literally role play like steampunk characters, which is kind of ridiculous. But you will encounter those people playing this game. It is amusing to a certain extent, but sometimes they just kind of go too far, and it gets kind of annoying. I don't know what kind of gun this is, but this is my first time using this gun. Doesn't look like it does very much damage to the hull there. I could be wrong though. But let's try the balloon. See how much damage it does to the balloon. It seems like a powerful gun. It just because it's slow. Typically, slow guns are going to be more powerful. We are at 50% on our balloon, so hopefully, let's get his hull out. Let's change our ammo really quickly, and he's damaged my.
That's okay, I have more armor than a goldfish, and I also have impenetrability on him.
He's really taking out my guns here. Yeah, you can aim for the specific components that you want to damage. Okay. Got to rebuild our engine here.
Armor. Fire on that. Awesome. I'm trying my best. I have no maneuverability and my engine's shot.
That defeat I would say is my fault because I'm trying to explain things and how things work in the game. Typically I would be more aware. I noticed at the last second that our engine was shot when he mentioned something about it. But you can actually see it on screen, so that was again my fault. They're gonna win. We got 1 kill, they got 4. We are blue team, you can tell by the flags here. But you will have times where, your team, you really like your team. You might want to friend them if you work well together, friend all of them, because very rarely will you come across a team that works together very, very well and communicates really well. I've got, I
Where
think,
are you going?
8 people who I really enjoy playing with. About 8 people, maybe a little less than that, maybe a little more. But they make the game a lot more fun. We have a lot more victories together because we work well together. Captain does what he's supposed to do. He gives commands and doesn't use sailor terminology like port or starboard, which I think is a bit ridiculous, but you know, it happens. I get it. You want to be immersed, you can do that. If you know the lingo, go ahead, but don't assume that other people do know the lingo. I don't. Again, I'm saying that for the third time, because just to clarify how stupid I think that is. But, you know, it's what you want to do. It's up to you. Let's see. Most of everything's buffed here. Can I not buff the... I guess I can. I guess that's buffed. I don't know. There's no indicators showing me that it's buffed, but that works. And we lost. Okay, so it's 5-2. It wasn't that bad. I'm going to quit this game and just kind of go more into detail how I feel about the game. Oh, they give me a thumbs up. You know what? I'm going to give them a thumbs up just because they're good sports. No one screamed at each other. You will hear a lot of screaming. It's kind of like, you know, you go into League of Legends and you're not familiar with the game or something, or your first time playing, or a game like that. Yeah, any game, really. Any multiplayer game. You hear someone shouting at you or really upset with you. They think they lost because you suck as a player, but the truth is it comes out to teamwork, and if, you know, you're not as weak as your least experienced guy, you're actually as weak as the strongest guy there. So... for the most part, and even that's not the case sometimes. Sometimes if you have like mediocre players, but they all work really well together, it's possible, especially with this game. They are building an adventure mode, which is going to be a single player open world. I think co-op is going to be introduced, so it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to come out, but it sounds really fun, and it sounds like it's going to be a pretty good experience, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it's going to be included in the game itself and not going to be like an expansion pack you have to buy, or a separate standalone. I think the term is expandalone, which would be kind of silly. I wouldn't be happy with that, but you know, you go into the store, buy cosmetics, which is really fun. I got a couple of cosmetics I really like. Let me just show you the ones that I bought. I only spent $5. And I don't regret it. It's actually one of those things where it's like I feel like I like this because I feel like a unique individual in the game, while, you know, playing a role as you know, in the collective here. I didn't know I had this. I guess I earned that somehow. Probably when I was progressing, I earned that because I would never buy that. But I did buy this. That's fun. I like the scally cap that they have included. I didn't buy that either, so I guess like I earned this somehow. Let's see, what do I look like with this? These two. That doesn't look so bad. Looks pretty cool. But typically with the not with the gas mask, I like to put the short hair, just because the gas mask is more visible. And the conductor, I have not seen this one yet. Oh yeah, I have. I think I actually earned that or bought that one. This one is the generic one. Not very nice to look at. Not very fun. That one, not so much either, but that does look really good with the mask there. So, okay, the ships, as I said earlier, there are 6 ships to choose from. I haven't customized a ship myself because I normally run with a crew, and we use a goldfish called the Ascendant. And it's very fun to use. He has it set up to where he's got 2 flamethrowers on the side typically, sometimes Gatling guns, depending on, you know, how we decide to play. If we want to go really close range, the flamethrowers can be really devastating. The Gatling guns at a medium range are pretty devastating as well. But our strategy normally is to ram the other player and let loose on the flamethrowers when he drags to the side a little bit. And then he'll go back and forth. My captain will go back and forth from the front guns to the side gun. So yeah, that's something to make note of. So I hope you enjoyed this quick attack. Did I say quick view, quick look? I don't know. It's called a quick attack. It's for counterattackgames.com. I'm Gene. You could always visit us at counterattackgames.com, and you could actually hear me on the Countercast, which is our podcast that we do weekly with Randy and Chuck. We do plan on making more videos for YouTube. I have my own YouTube channel, which if you come across that, so be it, but I am not revealing my name for my personal YouTube channel. Just a thing I got. I got a lot of views on there, and I don't want to. I don't know. It's not that I not want to associate myself with that. It's like I'd rather publicly associate myself with this channel, with my real name and everything else. And my YouTube name is just kind of like a funsies thing. This is something I'm more serious about. So hopefully, you know, you enjoyed this video, and maybe you'll consider getting this game. It has a nice community, pretty friendly community. Just, you know, stay away from the steampunk role players. They're kind of like condescending, misogynistic, and I don't know. They're just not fun to play around, and it'll make you cringe. They will make you cringe. They'll start. Oh man, I just wish I had a video with this one guy. I'm gonna if I ever get a guy like that, I will post that video just as a follow-up to show you how ridiculous it can get, and it might make you laugh. I'm not trying to publicly humiliate the guy. You know, he could always change his name in the game or whatever, or however he wants to do it. But I don't have him as a friend. But if I ever come across another role player, I'll let you know. For the time being, I think I'm going over my time here. So I hope you enjoyed this quick attack, and you know, you'll come see us again. Take care.